Well, it looks like we can finally put this whole Super Nintendo Switch thing to bed. At least for a couple years. Let's talk about it. What is up, YouTube? It's RSMario bringing you another video, and man, has it been a wild ride on the ride called Super Nintendo Switch, or Switch Pro, or whatever you want to call it. Nintendo announced this morning that, well, they just kind of randomly dropped that they were doing a brand new Switch. So the new console is called the Switch OLED, and it is pretty much it. It is a Nintendo Switch that has a OLED screen that is 0.08%, no, it's 0.08 inches bigger than the regular screen. So basically they got rid of the bevel and made it all screen, like some of the rumors said they would. It has better audio, it has 64 gigabytes of internal space, which is better than the original. It has a different looking dock, what actually looks pretty good. You know, but yeah, I mean, you know what I'm saying, the system comes in two colors, a white version, which weirdly enough is exactly the picture that I showed in my video a couple weeks ago. You know what I'm saying, go ahead, fist bump me ready, because you know what I'm saying, y'all hooked me up with a good rumor for once, a good leak for once. But yeah, you know what I'm saying, I'm ashy, I'm kind of ashy. I shouldn't have did that. But, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, so there's a white model. And then, of course, there's going to be a neon blue-red model, which comes with a neon blue and a neon red Joy-Con on a black unit. If I buy it, that's probably going to be the one that I'm going to get because, you know, it's black. You know, and the dock is black. And so, if you... I don't think I've showed my... Well, I have showed my setup a couple times. You know that my entire setup is pretty much black. So, you know, having a white dock is just going to kind of throw it off, you know. But now I know that there's a black version, that's what's up. So, the meat and potatoes about this. What happened to the Super Nintendo Switch stuff? Well, it could be one of two things, you know. And one, all of these things were rumors, so we didn't know. And of course, you know, with rumors, you have to take them with a grain of salt. Which brings me to today's sponsor, salt, now in Jew flavor. So now you can protect yourself from wounds, unseasoned food, and unsubstantiated internet rumors from Reddit, as well as protect yourself from the wrath of the Almighty God. Salt, just a little bit, keep you from hell. Yeah, you know, take it with a grain of salt. You know what I'm saying? They're unsubstantiated rumors from quote-unquote insiders. I always try to preface my videos when I'm talking about this stuff as rumors. You know, they're not actually leaks, they're just rumors. And you take them with a grain of salt so that you don't get yourself overexcited and then when the actual thing drops, you get disappointed. You know, and honestly, this is kind of by brand for Nintendo because they tend to do this with their portable consoles where they'll release a base version and then they'll release a light version, and then they'll release an XL version. They did this with Nintendo, with the regular DS, where it was there was a fat DS, then it was DS Lite, then it was DS XL, or I think it was DSi. I can't remember which one they called it. I think it was DSi. And then the 3DS had the regular 3DS, and then it had the 3DS XL, and then it had the new 3DS, which actually was a bit more powerful than the original two 3DSs. And of course, there's been a ton of different iterations of the GBA over the years. So this is kind of par for the course when it comes to handhelds for Nintendo. So we have the Switch, we have the Switch Lite, and we have the Switch OLED. Yeah, so it's not really that big. It's not that big a deal. It also means that the 4K DLSS stuff that they've been talking about could actually be the next system they're working on down the line. You know, it could be like 2023 or what have you. But yeah, so this is interesting. Next thing, should you buy this system? Now, I have gotten this question a couple times on my videos. I've gotten this question from friends and stuff, like, you know, should I hop in? Should I wait? Honestly, that's up to you. You shouldn't be taking advice from an unemployed man on YouTube. But no, for the most part is, if you have a Switch and you're happy with your Switch, there's no real need to buy this one unless you positively want one. The same thing I said about the Switch Lite. If you have a Switch, there's no real need for you to buy another one. Alright, now me, I have a Switch. I'm pretty happy with my Switch, even though now that I know that there's a black unit and it is 64 gig, I might actually jump in on this. The price point is $350, so it's actually not that bad, you know, since, you know, you're not getting a great deal more than you were getting with the regular Switch. They're not going to charge you a great deal more. It's just an extra $50. The only problem with that is, of course, you know, for another $50, you can go ahead and buy yourself a PlayStation. You can buy the worst version of the PlayStation 5 and have yourself an HD system, you know, a HD 4K system right out the box. But other than that, you know, the price point is actually pretty good. If you don't have a Switch, now's the time. Hop in now, because it comes out on October 8th. If you don't have a Switch, now's the time. You get to hop in and you get to pay one time for the best version of the Switch. Which I can gladly say that this is the best version of the Switch. Unless there is some unforeseen hardware issue that I don't know about. You know, I'm going to go ahead and just, well, do I have wood somewhere? Knock on wood. This is the best version of the Switch, okay? So if you don't have a Switch and you want a Switch, you can hop in now, be on the ground floor of the best version of the system. If you do have a Switch and you like your Switch, keep your Switch, because there's no real need to buy this. Or if you want to upgrade, by all means do so, because I think I'm going to. That's about it for this. Of course, like, comment, subscribe, and as always, folks, keep your salt handy and keep it real.